Hey guys, not Bald Eagle. We're gonna continue our walkthrough of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. So last episode we cleared out the remainder of the outside of Cardinal Tower, we got a crystal lizard up top, we talked to this merchant and bought some firebombs and his fancy hat, as well as a key to the blacksmith. But we're not gonna go back to Majula until we've actually completely cleared off this area, because with the items we have, we can take out everything here. So we're gonna go ahead and go down this ladder now. Yeah, the lore behind Force of Fallen Giants is quite interesting in that the way it's presented is actually the full story behind it is not actually like presented till much later in the game, and it'll be very far into our playthrough. But what I will say is that this place, as we learned from the Hag, this place is the um, site of a former battle between the giants and these hollow soldiers who were soldiers of King Vedrick's army. So we're going to go through this fog door here, and we're going to come out into this open area with a bunch of rooftops and archers that get really annoying. So before we even start taking out that, let's get rid of one of the pesky archers who's up here. Also up here we're going to find another turtleneck. So I'm going to make some preparations, and then I'm going to lure him over to these explosive barrels. And I'm going to try to bait him into that side-to-side swing. We're going to see if he does it. It's not... Okay, it did work, but it wasn't side-to-side swing. But yeah, you can see most of his damage is gone. Wow, that was such a major whiff, I don't even know what to say. Alright, we'll back off from his side-to-side swing, and we will have enough time to finish him off. Alright, but the main target up here is this archer right here, who otherwise would have been annoying us throughout this entire part of the game. This entire part of the level, I should say. So now we've gotten him down here, let's go finish him off with a running attack. And now we're going to go ahead and come up almost the top of this and look down, and you'll see a platform, and we're going to roll onto it. Before we drop into there, we're going to take out these archers. Or I should say this archer, because there's only one, and then a spearman. But we are going to take out the spearman as well, because he won't be expecting us from behind. Herberts can make whatever jokes he want. We're going to go ahead and finish him off, and then we're going to come back here and drop in here. There's going to be a torch here. We're going to grab it, and we're going to go down this way. Alright, this guy decided to follow us. No problem, we'll take him out. But yeah, these hollow soldiers, really interesting thing to note about them is a lot of the time, especially the hollow soldiers, not the infantry, the more dangerous ones, when they're idle, they're looking straight up. And a lot of people, wonder why they're doing that. And, some people come up with this theory, and I agree with this theory. We're going to want to drop down here, by the way, because there's an item we can get. The reason they're looking up is because in their hollow state, as we'll see more evidence of, they're kind of like going through PTSD, where they're reliving memories of the battle and with the giants here at Cardinal Tower. And they're remembering their last moments as they were fighting these giants. And since the giants are so big, of course, they'd be looking up to be able to see their enemy. That's just one of many theories. I personally tend to lean towards that one over anything else. It just makes the most logical sense given what we know and what we see throughout the rest of this level. So down there we grabbed our first Titanite shard. Titanite reinforcement goes as from a standard weapon starts at +0, and to get it from +0 to +3, you're going to need 6 normal Titanite shards. To get it from +3 to +6, you're going to need 6 large Titanite shards. And to get it from +6 to +9, you'll need 6 Titanite chunks. And then finally, to get it from +9 to +10, you'll need a Titanite slab. one of which we picked up already. So this cave right here, there's a boulder trap, kind of like an Indiana Jones trap. If you go for that item just at a normal pace, such as this, you will get hit by that boulder, and it will hurt really bad. But if you just sprint, you can either go halfway to the cave and bait the boulder, or you can just sprint past it, as I will do now. Grab ourselves a human effigy. But there's always a hollow that dies because of this boulder. So up here, we're going to see an NPC, but we're not going to talk to him yet. First, we're going to go take out the final archer, or the second to last archer of this area. And we're going to grab ourselves his gloves, I guess. He dropped those. And we're going to grab some amber herbs. Or an amber herb, I should say. Which will be useful for our build later on when bonfires kind of start to lessen out, especially in the DLC areas. So we're going to save most of them for that period of time. This year's Kale the Cartographer, he's actually slightly going hollow, as we will see, but for now, let's just listen to what he has to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home, well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait, no, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure.
So, from Kale, we got the key to the previously locked mansion in Majula that we could not access. It has some very useful items that we will want, but we won't go back there. As I said before, we won't be back in Majula until after we've completed this Forest of Fallen Giants. Basically, the Cardinal Tower is what we're attempting to finish up. Dodge that arrow. See, I mentioned he was going hollow. The easiest way to tell this is because he's not quite sure why he's even in this land and why he came. So, it's kind of cool to see the effect just starting to happen. And we'll see this throughout many reoccurring NPC questlines and such. But let's continue up this way. So we've already been up here, but we have not been up on this platform. Now, up on this platform, we can have our first boss encounter. It won't be a real boss fight. There won't be the health bar, there won't be the music, but he becomes a boss later in the level. You have one chance to beat him here if you want to fight him here. And the reward is the same as if you fight him in the boss level. So there's no point in fighting him here unless you just wanted the souls early. But I don't, so I'm going to trigger him to come by getting to the top of the ladder. And I'm just going to wait here. And you'll see him arrive on his eagle. And I'll have much more to say about him later, when we get to his actual boss arena. And then you'll see him despawn. Right now, he's going to sink into the ground and disappear, so we can actually go up now. But now that he's gone, these guys will aggro, so we want to take out the spear guy as quickly as possible. And that was not quickly enough. So we're going to back off. And then we're going to roll off right here. Now that was very painful. We are going to chug an Estus. I was planning on using the Miracle Field, but we're actually going to chug an Estus. Let's finish this guy off with a dagger if we can. And now we will go up and take care of these final two hollows with the bastard swords. They are pretty nasty though. If they hit you with a combo, they can do a lot of damage. You'll notice here's one tossing firebombs. There's a certain trick to him. You can use him if you didn't buy the 2 firebombs like I did. Yeah. So I'm going to pick up this item here. It's repair powder. Now I'm just going to go around picking all these items up. This is the most important item up here. It's another Estus flask shard. We'll be able to upgrade our Estus with that. Here we get a torch. Not that useful, but I mean, torches have their uses. By the end of the game, we'll have more. It's ridiculous how much torch time you can get. But and then this final item right here, we're gonna keep an effigy and 2 life gems. So now I'm gonna equip my 2 firebombs that I bought, and I'm going to show you guys the first shortcut to the bonfire, which is right here. And if you did not have these firebombs, and you did not have the fire longsword, you could bait this guy who's chucking firebombs to throw one right here at you, and then you dodge out of the way, and it will trigger this event. But if you don't have firebombs, and you've killed that guy already, but you have the fire longsword, you can just attack those barrels. It has innate fire damage. It will blow them up. You will take a lot of damage though, so you should be at full. You better be at full health before you try it. I took the precaution of buying extra firebombs because I didn't know if enemies would drop them, even though I had this hat, which increases my item discovery. So I do have the 2 firebombs. One is a backup, just in case I miss. But we're going to go ahead and chuck one right now at the barrels. And yeah, that's that. I think I'm actually going to wrap it up here. Because I need to upload a previous episode now. So next time we're gonna complete all of the rest of Cardinal Tower except for the boss. So it'll probably be a longer episode. But for now, that's gonna be it. Is there anything else I wanted to do? No, I do want to do that next episode. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good day.